the different modes in which timer 2 can operate. The two different modes in which timer 2 operates are capture mode. Timer 2 operates as free running clock which saves the timer value on each high to low transition. It can be used for recording bit length when receiving Manchester encoded data. Auto reload mode. When the timer overflow value is written into DH2/TL2 register from RCA P2H RCA P21 register. This feature is used to implement a system watchdog timer. What is the use of a watchdog timer? A watching timer is used to protect an application in case the controlling microcontroller begins to run a mock and execute randomly rather than the pre-programmed instruction written for the application. Define interrupt. Interrupt is defined as a request that can be refused. If not refused, and when an interrupt request is acknowledged, a special set of routine or events are followed to handle the interrupt. What are the steps followed to service an interrupt? The steps followed are save the context register information, reset the hardware requesting the interrupt, reset the interrupt controller, process the interrupt, restore the context information, return to the previously executing code. How can 8051 be interrupted? There are 5 different ways to interrupt 8051. 2 of these are from external electrical signal. The other 3 are caused by internal 8051 input-output hardware operation. Give the format of the interrupt enable register. The format of the interrupt enable register is EA to ES, ET1, EX1, ET0, EX0. The register is used to enable or disable all 8051 interrupt and to selectively enable or disable each of the 5 different interrupt. EA. Disable all interrupt. ES. Enable or disable the serial port interrupt. ET1. Enable or disable the timer 1 overflow interrupt. EX1. Enable or disable external interrupt 1. ET0. Enable or disable the timer 0 overflow interrupt. EX0. Enable or disable external interrupt 0. What is meant by nesting of interrupt? Nesting of interrupt means that interrupts are re-enabled inside an interrupt handler. If another interrupt requests code in while the first interrupt handler is executing, processor execution will acknowledge the new interrupt and jump to its vector.
Please subscribe our channel for more videos and education.